Okay, welcome. Thanks for sending over these really interesting articles from the Nature Inspired category on the Rethink Entrepreneur blog.
Yeah, happy to share them.
This is just the kind of deep dive we enjoy bringing to you.
It really is. I
Yeah.
mean, looking at things through nature's lens and how those principles might apply to, life and work,
hmm
especially with the authors, a very clear passion for it all. It's a great source of ideas.
So our mission here really is to kind of unpack these pieces you sent,
Yep.
pull out the main threads, the wisdom, and sort of show how the author sees nature as much more than just, pretty scenery.
A real teacher.
Exactly, a profound teacher. And we'll see lessons coming from, well, some surprising places, like physics and even weeds.
Yeah, the weeds one is good. But maybe starting with clarity, that really jumps out first.
Okay.
This strong link the author makes between nature and just personal clarity,
Mm-hmm.
needing that cognitive space.
Right, those walks in leafy green surroundings they mention.
hmm Getting away from the constant noise. It really frames nature as almost necessary for finding your mental footing.
Yeah, and finding that space. It's not really positioned as just escaping the hustle, is it?
No, not an escape from it.
It seems more like it's essential for the hustle, which ties into that other idea you flagged about hustling sustainably.
Exactly. Nature isn't just the reward after the work. It's shown as a resource for doing the work better, making it last.
Sustainably.
Right. And that principle, it sort of ripples outward, doesn't it, into how we shape our surroundings.
How so?
Well, one article gets into paying attention to your actual work environment, not just, say, your KPIs.
Key performance indicators, yeah, the metrics.
Exactly, the performance numbers. But the author suggests there's a kind of science, like in nature, to creating conditions where things actually thrive.
Ah, like a plant needing the right conditions. Soil, light.
Precisely. Your own productivity space has similar needs, doesn't it?
That makes sense. And building on that uh, thriving environment idea, nature also teaches cooperation, right? This
Yeah.
go symbiotic idea.
Oh, yeah. That's powerful. The idea that sometimes the best way through a challenge is finding those win-win relationships.
Mutual benefit.
Just like symbiosis works in, actual ecosystems, it
Mm.
makes you think about partnerships differently.
It does. Looking for ways where both sides genuinely gain rather than just trying to go it alone probably leads to stronger results, I guess.
More resilient, definitely.
Mhm.
Nature thrives on that connection, that mutual support.
Okay, here's one that really caught my eye from the articles. Aim for beautiful and useful.
Hmm. Yeah.
I mean, nature itself just does this, doesn't it? A flower, a tree, it's functional, provides things, but it's also just beautiful.
Form and function perfectly blended. It's efficient.
Right. So the insight is you don't always have to choose. Putting aesthetics and utility together can make something stronger, more appealing.
Whether it's a product or a project or even like a process you design.
But then there's the flip side. The warning to beware of weeds.
The pretty weed.
Yeah. It's not about gardening, obviously. It's a metaphor.
For life, for work,
Mm-hmm.
things that might look harmless, maybe even attractive,
Mm-hmm.
but they're actually undermining things, slowly choking out the growth you actually want.
That requires some real discernment then, spotting those things.
Definitely. Like a gardener, you have to actively manage them, address what's subtly holding you back, even if it looks okay on the surface.
Okay, and finally, the author takes it even deeper to physics.
Yeah, kind of a physics-based philosophy for success.
Yeah.
It hints at lessons from really fundamental laws, thermodynamics, energy, entropy, that kind of thing.
Wow. Okay, so maybe not getting into the specific physics equations here.
No, it's more the principle.
But the point seems to be that even these universal rules about energy and how systems work might offer clues about managing our own energy, our efforts.
And understanding why, keeping things organized takes conscious work, like maintaining an ecosystem.
Right. Don't fight the fundamental laws of how things operate.
Exactly. Respect those underlying rules in whatever you're doing.
So if we zoom out now, looking at all these pieces you shared, what's the big picture?
Well, it really drives home that nature isn't just, a nice background.
Right.
It's this incredibly dynamic source of wisdom for everything, really life, work,
Yeah, from finding that mental clarity in green spaces,
to building systems that last, hustling sustainably,
embracing cooperation, that symbiosis,
creating things that are both beautiful and useful,
spotting those hidden problems, the pretty weeds.
and even drawing inspiration from, like, the laws of physics. It's all there.
The patterns are everywhere if we look. Resilience, efficiency, growth.
And we can try to mirror those patterns in what we do.
So Thinking about all this, and how much wisdom the author finds just by observing, how essential might finding that cognitive space in nature be for your own clarity, your own success? Maybe more than you think.
It's a good question.
And based on these ideas, what unexpected place, maybe somewhere you wouldn't normally look, could you find a valuable nature-inspired lesson today?